Many students at Indiana University like to ride a bicycle because it is inexpensive, easy to park, and a good exercise. However, this healthy activity has been impaired by the recent increase of bike theft. One of the victims, the IEP instructor David Masterson, talks about his experience.
Well, I came to work on a Monday at about 11:30 and locked up my bike by Memorial Hall, as I usually do, and went to work, and I came back about 4 o'clock and my bike was gone. Um, and I was pretty unhappy.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know what happened, and so first thing I did was I called the police.
He has made many efforts to find his bicycle.
I did check Craigslist. I did find 2 advertisements that were trying to sell my bike. The one thing that I'm doing that I hope may recover my bike is I created a flyer of my bike that had a description of my bike and also said that I was offering a reward for my bike. And I sent it to all the local bike shops in Bloomington. I also sent it to all of the bike shops in Indianapolis.
Okay.
And the hope is that if someone takes my bike to get it repaired at a bike shop, then maybe someone will be nice and will report my bike to me.
Besides David, Talita, an IEP student, also had her bike stolen.
What did you feel when your bike was stolen?
I felt like surprised because I had my bike since last year and I had never suffered something like that. Every day I went to Valentine Hall with my bike and I left it in the same place, and then one day it wasn't there. So I stayed very surprised because I had never seen someone had the bike stolen. It was in the time of Little 500 here in this year, and I don't know if it was like a coincidence.
As most of people, Talita didn't report the theft of her bike to the police department, which makes even more difficult the bike to be found. In USA, 800,000 between 2 million of bikes are stolen every year. This number is not so precise because most of the bike theft are never reported to the police. However, there are some ways to prevent the bicycle theft, as warns Will, a staff on the Revolution Bike and Bin, a bike store at the 10th Street.
And how we can reduce stolen bike cases?
Just by properly locking the bikes up, and then maybe not leaving them in certain places overnight. U-lock would probably be the best option. It allows for a steel band to go through the frame and be secured to the rack itself, and then also maybe using a cable lock to go through the wheels. It's just added security.
Do you know at which places are most likely to have bikes stolen?
Usually on campus at night because there isn't as much foot traffic. So if you leave it overnight on campus, I would definitely use a U-lock. And then sometimes on just off of people's porches that people aren't paying really that much attention to the bikes. So bringing them inside is the best way to prevent it.
Do you know how thieves break locks?
They usually use these big cutters. That's really the only way. There's really not a secure or quick way to cut through the steel band with the U-lock. So.
David also gave to us some tips about how to lock a bike properly in order to prevent theft.
The best way to lock your bike properly is to have a good lock and also to have a secondary lock. So you need to lock your bike to something that can't move, a post or a bike rack would be best. You need to lock your front tire and the frame, and you need to have a secondary lock that locks the back tire so that no one can take either tire or the frame. And really, if you're that worried about your bike or you have an expensive seat, you also need to lock the seat to the frame of your bike. That would be a perfectly locked bicycle.
That's a good idea.
And you should also record the serial number of your bicycle and keep it in a safe place. So that if it gets stolen, you can report it to the police.
For IU members, there is the possibility to register the bike at Henderson Parking Garage by fill out a bike form and getting a permit. This process costs $10 and may help to recover stolen bikes.